After landing on the beaches of Normandy, the Allied troops had to make their way further inland, capturing key locations to allow forces from the various beaches to link up. The road known as Causeway No. 2, leading inland from Utah Beach, passed through the villages Saint-Marie-du-Mont and Verville, leading into the town of Carentan, which was the main objective of the 101st Airborne Division. Fate pitted the American paratroopers against their German counterparts, the Green Devils of the 6th Parachute Regiment. On June 7th, the 101st Airborne linked up with a platoon of 6 Shermans and several M5 Stuart light tanks of the 70th Tank Battalion and approached the outskirts of Carentan amidst heavy fighting in the hedgerows. The junction of the roads from Verville and Saint-Côme-du-Mont was dominated by a large building, which was the headquarters and aid station of the 6th Parachute Regiment. The steward at the head of the line was knocked out by an anti-tank weapon once it reached the junction. The shot killed the tank commander, Lieutenant Walter Anderson, whose body was left hanging halfway out of the turret hatch. In the first days following D-Day, priority lay with getting the troops and artillery off the Utah beachhead and moving inland. There was little time to deal with the dead and wounded. The steward, with Lieutenant Anderson still hanging out of the turret, was moved to the side of the road to make way for the tanks driving towards Carentan. With D-Day being imminent, the Germans had removed all road signs in Normandy to make it as hard as possible for the Allied invasion troops to find their bearings. As a consequence, there was no road sign at this particular crossroads pointing the way to Carentan. The Stuart tank became a reference point for the troops moving inland, and they soon started to refer to the crossroads as the corner with the dead man in the tank, which was later shortened to Dead Man's Corner, the name by which it is known today. Some historians, such as Mark Bando, a specialist on the 101st Airborne, suggest that it wasn't the commander who died in the tank, but the driver, and that rather than hanging out through the hatch, he remained in his seat, only visible if someone walked up to the vehicle and peered inside from a specific angle. While the opinion might forever remain in contention, it's a fact that there are no visible corpses on the 2 contemporary photographs of the tank. Today, the former headquarters of the 6th Parachute Regiment is the Dead Man's Corner Museum, which not only documents the incident but also displays several unique historical artifacts, including items owned by Richard Winters and other notable members of Easy Company. The fighting in the area southeast of Saint-Côme-du-Mont and the incident at Dead Man's Corner are also included in a mission in the game Brothers in Arms, Road to Hill 30.